My name is Mike Stannard, and I'm the Stafford Forestry Instructor and Natural Resources. I started last January. I'm just about to get to my first full year in this position. I come from a family that has been in Vermont since 1779, settling land here, clearing land here, working the land here. It's just been a way of life. Even when people have an office job, or they're running a restaurant, or they're going to college, we still have been constantly rooted in Vermont's landscape as where we make our living. And really, I think spiritually, it's also a big part of our lives. You develop a connection to the land over generations that's a hard thing to explain to someone that doesn't have it. It becomes part of you, and you become part of it. In those early days of the Stannard family, I am quite sure that people didn't really think much about being much different than most people, being in agriculture and forestry and that type of thing. But it's become a thing where it's almost like we are more and more of an oddity, large groups of people sticking together and trying to keep their land, trying to maintain their land, make a living from it, stay here, try to keep your kids here when it's difficult for young people to stay and start careers. I think there's maybe three prongs to how to keep a forestry-based, or even in all reality, most businesses in Vermont, how to keep it functioning, how to keep it vital, how to keep it profitable, how to keep younger people in the area involved. One is diversification, right? You should not simply have one aspect of your business that you heavily focus on, because if the market changes, if people's habits change and they're no longer depending on you, then your business fails. I think if you can have multiple expertise involved with what you do, and also have outside background knowledge, right? Don't just have a skill. Study up on the science behind it. Study up on the economics behind it. Study up on the cultural implications of it. Know what the future looks like. I would tell a young entrepreneur who was looking to start a forestry-related business in Vermont to think outside the box, to get trained in multiple things. For example, maybe even having your drone license, learning about GIS mapping. Get trained for things that are going to be perhaps requirements in the forest product industry in the future. Don't just think you're going to get into one specific aspect of it. Maybe try to be more of a generalist, and try to advance things. Don't be stubborn, keep an open mind, and try to work for a better Vermont, a better landscape here in Vermont.